and gentlemen, welcome in to the 504 podcast. And you know what? I'm going to throw a little curveball here because I want to talk about the Saints first because that was disgusting on Sunday. Disgusting. I mean, like, I don't even know what to say at this point. Yeah, you're 5-5. Yeah, you're first place in the NFC South. It's just a patient trophy. Yeah, you get to get killed in the first round of the playoffs. But, like, is there a more mid team than the Saints?
Dude, it's horrible. Like, it doesn't even make sense at this point. What did you think about Jameis coming in? And like,
He gave spark. Look, the problem with Jameis is exactly what you see in the end. Jameis is going to make good plays, but you know Jameis, he's a gunslinger. He's throwing that bitch up, right? But it was good to see somebody give the receivers a chance to catch the ball.
Yeah, I don't even have expectations for this team anymore. I think I dropped that like 2 weeks ago. So whenever people were getting so excited about beating a 2-6 Bears team with 4 turnovers, I'm just like, I'm out. So I really don't care too much about the Saints, whether they win or lose at this point. Because if they do win, cool, you know, that's cool. Like the morale of the city's up. But the reality is, if we continue to win and get a playoff spot, we're going to get bounced, and then we're going to be looking at the 19th pick or 20th pick. And I'd rather just lose out and get everyone fired, clean house, and have a higher pick. So that's my stance. It's hard to tank in the NFL, but I don't really give a shit. That's my stance on the Saints right now. So, but yeah, you're saying this with the spark with Jameis, there definitely was a spark. It was kind of weird. Like Carr went out, and then like all of a sudden, like the team like lit up. I really don't know what that was about. So, but yeah, Jameis is the same thing as Carr. They're mediocre quarterbacks that may or may not win you a game. So.
You're talking about mediocre quarterbacks, Mike. Josh Dobbs. He's looking like Patrick Mahomes out there.
Torched.
Against the Saints defense supposed to be one of the best in the NFL. We haven't seen a quarterback play from either quarterback like that since Breeze. I mean, Josh Dobbs went off.
Should we throw a bag at Josh Dobbs this offseason?
No, we got Carr for 150. So
fuck it. Who cares?
Dude, the Saints are stuck with Carr for the next 2 years, and then I saw there was an out after his third year. So it really depends how this year goes. If they continue to suck, maybe draft a QB. Yeah, I don't know. They're stuck.
Maybe somebody from Baton Rouge. Maybe draft that guy this year and see what happens.
I saw a projection where he was going to go in the third round. There is no chance that dude's going in the third.
I talked to a Texan scout on Saturday, and he was saying basically there's no shot he's not out of the second. Like he's going to be a first or second rounder, and he could go late first if all things go accordingly. I don't think so, but I think second round is where he's going to fall.
Well, he's gonna go top 10. Mark my fucking words. It's the same thing. It's the same thing every year.
Back too, Quinn's coming back. Shador's coming back. So right now, who's your third quarterback? Penix.
I think Jay's better than Penix, man.
Bro. I do too.
When have you seen a left-handed quarterback even succeed in the NFL? Like I can't even think of one besides Mike Vick.
Steve Young.
Yeah, that's so long ago though. I guess I'm thinking like modern day.
Tua is the most recent one.
Well, yeah, Tua is good.
There we go.
No, but no, it's the same thing every year. Oh, this quarterback's a third round pick. Oh, he's a second round pick like a week before, and then all of a sudden he goes top 10. So, I mean, there's literally nothing Jaden Daniels can't do. He's got the size, he's got the speed, that's for sure. Deep ball's good. I mean, he literally can do everything. So he's gonna go first round.
Let's jump into it, Mike.
For what?
The odds, Heisman odds, they're a joke, right? They're a joke.
I don't get why Bo Nix is. I mean, I know why Bo Nix is just because his team is one loss. But yeah, I don't understand the lack of respect for Jaden Daniels. It's kind of weird. I don't understand it.
It doesn't make sense to me just because everybody's talking about the win-loss record, and obviously, like this is the most casual take of all time, considering your Heisman winner last year had 3 losses. Like. To me, that argument is so invalid at this point in time when you look at the statistics. Like, I was on a podcast the other day, and I was like, men lie, women lie, numbers don't lie. And you look at the numbers for Jaden Daniels, and it's so, like, unreal what he's putting up. He has over 500 yards more than the second person, which is Penix, in total yards rushing and passing. He's going to be a 3,000-plus yard passer because he's already there. He's going to be a 1,000-yard rusher. He's already there. He's damn near there. He has 918. He's going to have over 40 touchdowns. He's going to get that this weekend. Every box is checked. And then you go and you look at the strength of schedule. Like, certainly he has 3 losses, and, like, that's fine. All on the road against top 10 teams. But you go and look at Bo Nix's strength of schedule, it's 53. You go look at Michael Penix in Washington, it's 43. Like, it's just corny. It's corny as shit to even not, like, just discredit everything that Jaden Daniels is doing. And the losses, bro, like, every single time the defense has given up, like, 35-plus points. You scored 49 points one time and lost. Like, that, and that's, I'm done with my rant. Like, we're all on the same page here. The Vegas odds are a joke. They're clown as hell. Everything for a Heisman candidate, a Heisman winner, Jaden Daniels checks off all the boxes, and that's the end of my spiel.
JD5 for Heisman, mic drop.
It's done
right there. Mic drop.
Yeah. No, it's ridiculous. If you watch college football, you know he's the best player in college football. So,
and they keep talking about Marvin Harrison Jr., who's going to be a great NFL player, great player, but he's not the best receiver in college football this season. It's Malik Neighbors.
Dude, you know what's weird though? I will say this: like, the odds reflect, Bo Nix, Penix, whatever you want to say. But, like, anytime I turn on the TV, like, all these national guys are saying Daniels. So I don't know, where is the disconnect. I don't get it.
We were talking about that yesterday, actually.
Where is the disconnect? Like, I don't understand.
The media poll and the Vegas poll, like, everybody's just, like, on a whole different, like, level. Like, you have Vegas up here putting out these odds that make absolutely no sense, and then you have, like, the national media, local media, and everybody just saying, like, it's JD. Like, everything about him, it all points in the direction of him. I don't understand. Like, obviously Vegas has pull to a certain degree, but when you talk to anybody familiar with the situation, everybody's just sitting here talking about, like, JD5. So I don't know where the disconnect is, but you're certainly right, Mike, because it doesn't even make sense.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Yeah. They need to. I mean, they're playing Georgia State. He needs to have at least 5 touchdowns this week. Like, they really need to pad the stats.
We talked about that this morning on the SEC teleconference. Brian Kelly was basically saying, like, it's basically like, how long is the leash for this offense this weekend? Like, are you going to go out there and let Jaden Daniels go in stat pad and, like, Malik Neighbors go in stat pad? Or, if you go up so much, you want to have respect for your opponent and, like, take your foot off the gas. And he was basically saying, like, a mixture of both. Like, we want to see our offense go out there and shine. And you never know what can happen against an opponent. But at the same time, like, you want to have respect for your opponent and not run up the score and look like assholes. So it's kind of a mixed bag when you look at what Jaden can do this weekend, because he could easily go off for 5-6 touchdowns. But at the same time, you could pull him after 3.
Off-topic question here, just because you were talking about your opponent not looking like assholes. What do y'all think about Michigan and Jim Harbaugh?
Okay, I was listening to Michael Wilbon the other day on what is it, PFT? What's it called?
Pardon my take.
Yeah, pardon my take.
No, not pardon my take. It's pardon the interruption.
Pardon the interruption. Yeah, PTI. He gave the craziest perspective ever. Like, I think he was saying he's a Northwestern grad, so he's on, like, the board of trustees in the Big Ten or whatever it is and stuff. And he was basically saying, like, there's no rule against sign stealing. There's only a rule against doing it, like, going in-person scouting. So I was sitting there thinking to myself, like, okay, like, yeah, they were in-person scouting, but what type of advantage do you have in-person scouting and, like, not? Like, obviously, like, you can sit there and watch the plays that they do. And I guess without rambling, my thing would be is, I think sign stealing is corny as shit. But at the same time, it's like, given the 3-game suspension and I guess move on, I really don't know what my perspective would be on it, besides the fact that there's really, like, no rule against stealing signs.
I got one take on it. I'll let Mike go first.
Yeah, I don't think there should be any rules on sign stealing. If you steal a sign, I know, well, it's on the coaches to change it up every week. So, if you look at the sideline and they're doing hand motions and and you see they run the same thing next week, then who cares? Like, I mean, I think it's really corny, like Zach said. I don't know.
So,
that's my opinion. I think it's
how you
soft.
fix this? Brian Kelly said it. Yeah.
Put it in the helmets, man.
Stop being the Stone Age.
I agree.
Stop being the Stone Age.
I love that shit. Good shit, Corey.
The stupid pictures and the 5 different boards and the 3 different color shirts. No.
And then you got people behind them holding up backdrops and shit. Hell yeah, dude. You got people behind, like, the people putting up the signs. Like,
yes.
like, there are people with big, like, backdrops and stuff.
Yeah.
It's so stupid.
It-
Great
it's
take. I
dumb,
should have
dude.
did that. You're right.
Just get them the earpiece, cut it off at 15 seconds, right? Be like, all right, this is the play. Give the quarterback 3 different options on the play, and that prepares you more for the NFL.
Yep.
Which, hate to say it, college football is preparation for the NFL. So that prepares you more, and your quarterback's even more, and it's better product. That's how you fix all that.
Agreed. That's a great take.
So yo, let's talk about Pels, right?
Oh, I'll stay on football. Zach, there's a lot of recruiting stuff out there. I don't even know where to start. I guess Kai Bates, what happened there?
That's been in the works for like quite some time. You lost your 2 top 150 players at the cornerback position. You lost Kai Bates and Andre Evans. I don't know what's going on in that defensive back room with the coaches, but you're losing everybody right now, and you're gonna have to go right back to the transfer portal again and do what you said you weren't going to do. But from a recruiting perspective, it is what it is. You lost Andre and you lost Kai Bates. Moving forward, obviously with Jimbo Fisher out of the picture, which we can hit on that a little bit in a minute. But you're going to see that entire program just deteriorate from a roster and recruiting perspective, just because you don't know what's going to happen in the future. So you have guys like Terry Bussey, who's a 5-star athlete, been trending LSU's way for a minute. We'll see what happens there if he remains committed to them. And then you have Gabriel Relaford, 4-star defensive lineman out of Louisiana, who's been on LSU's radar in a big way. I wouldn't be surprised if he flipped. But look, like, you're going to see a lot of things happen over the next couple of weeks because the early signing period's inching closer in December. And LSU's going to try to make a couple moves. I mean, you have to. You need to make that big splash. You got it when you flipped Weston Davis, the 5-star offensive lineman, but you need to get one more to boost this class to even bigger heights. And then just the last 2 things on recruiting. Today, LSU women's basketball is in the mix for a 5-star point guard, number 2 player in the country, Joyce Edwards. It's between LSU, South Carolina, and Clemson. Everybody that I've spoken to, it's LSU and South Carolina. And she's from South Carolina, so the likelihood that she leaves Dawn Staley and South Carolina is pretty slim. But you never know. Somebody told me her parents don't even know where she's going. It's one of those type of recruitment battles. So, look, we'll see there. But final thing is Victorious Miller, 4-star top 50 player in the country, men's basketball. He was supposed to commit to LSU today, but everything I heard, he's going to go to Oregon. Last second, it all switched today. Like, everything of the last 48 hours, 24 hours switched. So McMahon was about to get this big West Coast guy out of Cali, and for the most part, as it stands, like right now at 2:40 on Wednesday, it looks like all signs are pointing towards Oregon. He commits tonight at 8 p.m. Central. So that's kind of my recruiting rant. But a lot of stuff's about to happen over the next couple of weeks, just because today's the last day for the baseball and basketball early signing period. And then next month, you obviously have football.
And then what about Bryce Underwood? What's the latest with him?
He commits on January 6th of 2024. So he has about a month and a half until he verbally commits somewhere. Michigan went ahead yesterday and took a quarterback in the 2025 class, Carter Smith, a 4-star out of Florida. And that kind of shifts a lot of plans with Michigan here, just because the plan was obviously to be an LSU-Michigan battle. And then Michigan goes on ahead and takes a coveted 4-star guy out of Florida, fresh off a visit. He visited on November 4th, committed 10 days later. So that could put a damper in the Underwood sweepstakes, just because they just took a guy. But at the end of the day, Underwood's not scared of smoke. So even if you have a quarterback in that class already, there's no reason why he wouldn't end up committing to Michigan. But dude, he hasn't visited Michigan once this fall. He's been to Baton Rouge twice since August. So I mean, a lot of signs point towards LSU's way. But we'll see. Colorado took a 2025 quarterback as well. They took
number 4.
Michigan took a 4-star. LSU obviously doesn't have their 2025 guy yet. It's kind of you're putting all your eggs in one basket for Underwood, because it looks like George McIntyre is going to go to either Bama or Tennessee. So look, I mean, the Underwood sweepstakes are significant. You're a month and a half out. So I mean, we'll see. And last thing, I swear, Harlem Berry, number 1 running back in the country, set his commitment date for December 18th. And if I was to put a crystal ball myself, I'd put it on LSU. So I'm feeling really good about Harlem Berry. But that 2025 class is going to be special, man. That class is freaky.
That class is really good. 2 questions for you. Talks about women's basketball. I just want to ask you on that.
I know. Shout out the Buffs.
No. Freshman.
I'm going to tell you, Corey, like, without, again, rambling, because I just went on a recruitment rampage. Dude, I'm telling you, she's the best freshman I've seen in person ever in women's basketball. It sucks because Juju Watkins is a freak. And for me, I'm young. We're young. Like, who?
Caitlin Clark.
I didn't watch her as a freshman. You got the chance to do that.
I did, and she's up there, and like that, she was the best
Oh,
player.
she's different, bro. Like I'd put her if I had the chance to watch her, I'd probably put her above Michaela Williams for sure.
Yeah, Michaela's incredible. That's why I was like, I can't say that.
No, yeah, for you, like it's a whole different ballgame because you were out there, like you got to see it firsthand, like you saw all that shit. But for me, dude, Michaela, 15 of 20 from the field, 5 of 8 from 3, didn't miss a free throw. She's a certified sniper. The offense is already starting to run through her. Angel recently played 13 minutes yesterday, fellas. Like Mulkey and her, it seems to me like there's a disconnect between them two right now. We'll see what happens. Obviously she'll get her shit together, but I mean, dude, like Michaela's proven to be your go-to player, your go-to woman. It's
already.
unreal. Wait, what?
Already, and you have a
It's crazy, Corey. Like she is unreal. She's such a class act too. She's so great to talk to.
I heard, like I covered her last year at the state basketball tournament. Man,
dude, top 28.
Dude, she's like Caitlin Clark, where she could do everything. Man, she's smart. She can pass. She can rebound. She's big. She can shoot. She's got all the tools.
She is a sniper. The assumption was that she would just come in this year and they would utilize her as just a shooter and catch and shoot, not really create off the dribble. But dude, her mid-range game is so polished. Like I talked to Coach G, Gary Reedus. I talked to him probably in August, and we sat down and talked for probably an hour and a half. And he told me, like, just wait. Like Michaela Williams is going to be a National Player of the Year candidate in time. Like, just wait for it. And I kind of was like, okay, like, sure, number 2 player in the country. Like, I'm sure she's going to be super talented. National Player of the Year is high praise. And then she comes out and does this in Game 4 in the purple and gold. I'm like, Jesus Christ!
Game
like,
1, she was the best player.
She was fantastic in Colorado too. Like, she had a 17 piece, and as a true freshman, that's fantastic. So, like, look, the biggest stage doesn't scare her. So you're going to see a lot more Michaela Williams. I'm glad you brought that up.
Second question for you. A&M job's not that enticing to me anymore for 3 reasons. 1, Texas is coming back into the league. It's the corniest school in human history. Who the fuck would want to go to whoopee-whoop yell practice with the ugliest colors, and Texas is coming in? Whoop!
I want to agree. Well, Mike, what do you think?
Whoop!
I mean,
whoop!
I think there's 100 million reasons why someone would want to come in and coach that job. But yeah, no, that I don't know. I don't know who the front runner is to replace Jimbo. Dude, I would think Dion would be, but I think it's too soon for that.
Dion wants his kids. That's the whole reason why he's coaching, is to coach his kids, and his kids can't transfer again because they have to get a waiver in the NCAA's dicks, as you can see with the waiver with Jalen Cook.
Yeah, that's what I said. I think it's a little too soon. Yeah, they're gonna need some like up and coming coach that's like gonna.
Yeah, they do. I don't think Dan Lanning leaves Oregon. I think you're gonna see Mike Elko, Duke's head coach. I think you're gonna see him become the front runner for that position. He has familiarity with the staff. He was a defensive coordinator over there for a couple of years in College Station. I think you'll see Mike Elko kind of be like this front runner at the time, but we'll see. Dan Lanning is that'd be fantastic, but I don't think
Dennis Allen.
Yeah,
I read that. No,
A&M defensive.
You know who I read, bro? Dan Campbell.
Yeah, I also read Aaron Glenn.
I heard Matt House too. So yeah, I heard
Stop it. Stop, Mike.
Yeah, I heard.
Don't do this today.
Dude, let's get them all in there. Matt House, Dennis Allen.
Remember this, Mike. Remember Mike Elko. I've read a lot about Mike Elko. I've seen a lot of things what people are saying there. I wouldn't be surprised, but fuck it, dude. It's such an open job. But Corey, like to what you were saying, like you're right, like about not being an enticing gig, and I don't disagree. Like I think that's fine. Like I hear you. I understand. Like Texas. Starkeishan's a fucking dog. Like he's fantastic at what he does. He's a great recruiter. But dude, like, part of me wants to believe like that team or that just the money there, just everything you can do. Like I feel like you could build it up.
We've been saying this for 10 years.
They've only had like 12 10-win seasons. They've only had like 12 10-win seasons their whole career, like in their entire existence. So
I know.
I hear you. I hear you.
National title. You talk about winning a national title. You won one at Colorado in 1990. You won one at Texas A&M before they hit fucking Pearl Harbor.
Do you think Dion even entertains the gig?
No, because his sons. That's the only reason why he coaches. That's why he got into coaching in the first place. It's to coach Shador because he's been coaching him since he was 5 years old. I'm going to be honest. After Shador leaves and Shiloh, and maybe he coaches a year or two, and I think he's done. He doesn't eat football.
I don't disagree.
He's
He's
done.
doing this to coach his sons.
Mm-hmm.
Also, not A&M. Could you imagine whoop with Deion Sanders? Whoop.
Bro,
With
fuck
the
that. He would literally
overalls?
throw that. He would throw that in the trash immediately. He would never allow that to happen. Are you
Bro,
kidding
he's
me?
like that ain't prom. That's fucking
Corny as hell.
not Devon.
They're gonna get some up and coming coach. I could see Elko, something like that.
I wouldn't be
I don't know.
surprised.
Yeah,
All right, Pels.
yeah. I don't even know where to start on the Pels.
All right,
Or Jordan
so
Hawkins, Corey, do it.
all right. Yet again, the second straight week, I say my apologies to Jordan Hawkins, and Mike internally is cheering so hard right now.
He's keeping it
Mike
cool. He's keeping
internally-
it cool.
Like, but Mike's trying to keep a sober face, but internally, let me tell you. Let me
He's
switch.
kicking his feet underneath the desk right now. Just like
Mike's like, yeah, you idiot.
he's giddy.
Yeah. I told you. But yeah, Jordan Hawkins good. But you see the energy. You're a 5-game lose streak, but you see the energy Herb Jones and Najee Marshall bring to that team. Just wait till they get Trey Murphy and Jose back. Dude, it's energy and effort with this team. If the energy's there, right, and you're making little plays, you're gonna win. And that's what Herb Jones does. The stats never look great with Herb, but defensively, he's gonna put you in Azkaban. He's gonna lock you up, and Najee's gonna be a spark plug coming off the bench. Zion isn't there yet, but Zion's still Zion, some part of him. I'll take 19, 7, and 6 from Zion every single night if he's not there. BI, had a better game. But I'm ready. Like CJ McCollum, they need guards. If they get CJ, Jose, Hawkins, you can survive with that. And then you get the real sniper, the real up and comer, Trigger Trey.
Yo,
That's my Pels take.
Yeah, no, they've been lacking energy the past few games. Getting Najee back last night was big time. You definitely just saw a spark. You know, it's literally come down to effort. Like Zion hasn't really tried on defense like at all. It's just like you want to like freak out on this team, but then you realize, oh, we're missing all these guys. But then you like look back, you're like, oh, we're always missing these guys, and it's like a vicious cycle of bullshit with this team. But they look good last night. I got to give it to them. Freaking Herb Jones and Dyson Daniels put the clamps on Luka last night. It was one of the more impressive things I've seen from those two guys. Yeah, I just don't even know I don't even know how to break down this team. But yeah, they've just been lacking effort. I think if you're asking Dyson Daniels to shoot over 7 shots a game, you're in trouble. That dude cannot. That guy is no bag at all. He can't shoot. He can't create his own shot. He's not terrible going to the rim, but he's kind of terrible going to the rim. He really doesn't have anything, but defensively he's amazing. This team just get healthy. I've been saying this for, I don't know, 26 years now. So I really don't know what to say anymore. But yeah, if they play hard, they should be fine. That's all I got to say.
agreed. I mean, what I saw from Jordan Hawkins is obviously impressive as shit, but Herb is really what like stole the show for me. Just because even Luka gave him his flowers after the game, like he was just like praising him and saying how impressive he was, and that to me was what I wanted to see. Just energy and lack of effort was something that stole the show for me. But to see Herb do his thing was obviously really impressive. I'm a big fan of Borrego, so I like to see Borrego on taking the reins as head coach for last night or whatever. But look, I mean, this team has so much upside. We're gonna see what happens. Just let Zion get back to full form and stop talking. He just needs to stop like saying this thing like this backseat bullshit. Like just like go with the flow. Like the
Dude, get in shape, play defense.
Like just show more effort and tenacity, and like everything will fall your way. But obviously this team's gonna be scary once Trigger Trey comes back, and you have the entire arsenal for Borrego and Willie Green to work with. But look, this team's got so much upside. Corey, what you got?
They need a backup center desperately.
I agree with that. That's good.
Yeah, they haven't been too exposed, but they've been exposed a little bit. It's going to keep continuing. They don't play Jonas that much either. He only plays 20-something minutes a game. So
Yeah, and it's a lot of Larry. Larry's good in spurts, but I don't like Larry. I like Larry as a backup 4, not a backup 5.
Yeah, small ball won't work forever.
Are they ever going to make a trade? I feel like they're.
I don't know.
Like, I feel like they like this team and they just want them to get healthy, but they never. It's like the cycle you said.
Yeah, it's literally a cycle of just fucking bullshit. Like,
Oh.
they have 4-game sample size, and then collapse lung, Bruce Shin, Larry's out with whatever he has, Jose's out, Murphy's out, Ingram's got a bruised clitoris. Like, I literally don't know what to say. Like, these guys are so annoying with their stuff. So
Hey, you know who does play every single night, and every single night he's very good?
Kyra.
You're gonna make me sick.
Joker. Every night, bro.
Dude, we get it, Corey. Joker is literally the best player in the NBA.
He is. But he's about to do something historic this year. He's going to win his 3rd MVP. And there's only been like 4 or 5 players in NBA history have done that. And they're all-time greats. Right?
He's already established. Like, he's already like up. Like, he's unreal.
That's what I was about to say. If they repeat and he wins another MVP, is he up there?
He's already up there.
Is he past Dirk already?
Yeah.
Past Dirk?
Yeah.
Damn.
I think he's past Dirk too.
Damn.
I
haven't really thought about it, I guess.
How many titles does Dirk have?
1.
Well, he played in 2, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, he's past him.
I do too. Right.
The thing with Jokic too, I don't think he's going to play until he's 35 years old either. So, like, I feel like he's going to want to go ride horses.
It's so interesting to me. Like, people always like push that narrative and stuff,
but he plays every game and he plays hard.
Right. Like, I don't want to believe that. I don't want to believe it's an act, like, per se. Like, basketball's a side gig, like a side quest for him. Like what people say. I want to believe he's all in. Like, he plays every game. He plays hard. Like, he's a dog. But everybody's saying like he won't play like that long in his career. Like, I really wonder. Like, obviously we won't know until time like tells. But it's so interesting to me. I feel like he will. Like, I feel like 35 is old though, but still.
Yeah, but look, I feel like he'll play until he's very good.
Dude, he's gonna be good. He's gonna be good like till he's like 40-something years old.
He plays so slow paced. Like, he has he's durable. Like, yeah, agreed.
His passing, his shooting, I mean, his defense will taper off eventually. I mean, his defense is okay, but
in so many ways.
Yeah, he'll play as long as he wants. Let's just say that.
He's averaging about 30 points, 15 boards, 8.5 assists on 60% shooting so far this year.
So freakish. Like, my God.
All right. What were you gonna say, Corey?
Betting.
That's what I was about to say. Yeah. What we
got? I know. I'm looking at the books right now.
All right. What you got?
Don't see much I like. I was looking at this this Miami matchup though. I don't know why they're only like, I don't. Hold on. There's got to be something that I don't know. Is what I'm saying. Like, this Miami Louisville matchup. Louisville's only a 1-point favorite. Louisville's top 10 in the country. So I mean, I guess my best bet would be Louisville -1. Like, Miami's not going to beat them. I want to tell myself.
What happened to Corey?
It always kicks him when he's on his phone, and whenever he goes to look at the books, it kicks him. A part of me wants to sit here and say Louisville -1. Truthfully, SMU money line over Memphis is intriguing to me too. But those are really the only two that I look at and like kind of think like, okay, like, intriguing. I don't know if you've seen anything.
You know what's interesting? Texas is only favored by 7.5 versus an Iowa State team that's 6-4. What is that about?
Is Ewers back? I didn't watch him last week. So
I don't know, but even still, like, what makes Iowa State basically a touchdown underdog?
Maybe like possession, like their like time of possession is so significant.
I'm looking at they beat Baylor. Well, Baylor sucks. I mean, they got some wins, but they're still 6-4. I don't know. Well, Washington's not favored. They're 2.5-point dogs. I might just bet Washington just emotionally, just money line, just because I want Washington to lose to get Jaden Daniels.
Agreed.
The Heisman. So I might just do that. What else?
There is nothing that intrigues me because you know Corey's gonna come in here and pull out some like NFL picks and all this different shit, and you and I just sit here and stick to college football. Like, is there any UFC, like anything this weekend that you like other than
UFC? I really like this guy, Michael Morales. He's 15-0. He's minus 285, I think, or 295. But
doesn't
that dude's
intrigue me, Mike. I
that
need
dude's
plus
that
odds.
dude's
like,
a stud. No, not I don't see any plus odds. You know, I always like to bet women fights, the underdogs, because it seems like they'll cash most of the time. And a lot of women don't have knockout power, so like you always have a pretty good fight. Yeah, that's like my betting advice for UFC wise. But
I don't
what
play shit unless it's like a casual one, like Poirier or something of that nature. Like I'm just not a UFC guy.
yeah,
All right.
Corey, what you got?
All right, I got a couple. I have to double check, make sure the lines haven't changed. I have Oregon State minus 2.5 versus Washington. Washington gets their first loss of the year this week on the road. Little revenge there for Oregon State with the Pac-12. Another game, I have Georgia covering 10.5 at Tennessee. I think Tennessee's defense is fucking terrible. I think Georgia will cover that. And then in the NFL, I have the Bengals money line tonight, Thursday Night Football on the road versus the Ravens. It's a must-win game for them. I think Joe Burrow and that team's going to come out fired up. And then lastly, I have the Seahawks money line over the Rams on the road as well.
I like that. I really like that Georgia pick too. The only thing that swayed me away from not saying that one was because it was on the road. If it was in Athens, I would say they'd clear. It's not even close. There'll be like a 20-point win. But I like that. It was 10.5?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like that. The only one that I was saying, Corey, was Louisville's only a 1-point favorite over Miami. Unless like there's a player that's out that I just haven't like looked at. I don't understand why Louisville wouldn't just win that game. It's a pick 'em -1.
Yeah.
But still, like
That's
that
weird.
was like, huh?
That's weird. Jaden Daniels, get the plus odds right now too for the Heisman.
Yeah.
I was telling Zach, you gonna bet Washington money line just for your emotions?
Oh yeah, either way. If they go undefeated, you kind of got to give them the Heisman, huh?
Yeah.
No. I don't know, but yeah, I'm gonna bet it just cause.
Oh wait, you cut out. Did you say who'd you say would get the Heisman?
I said like if he goes undefeated, has like an incredible game in this game, and then like the Pac-12 championship, then you have to give it to him, I guess.
Tough.
What's the rest of Washington's schedule like? Let's see.
They have
is it Washington State?
Yeah, they have Oregon State, Washington State, then probably Oregon.
Well, okay, well that eliminate. I mean, if LSU wins out, I mean, yeah, I'm betting Washington. I want to hedge the emotions.
An emotional bet. I don't disagree.
It's good value too. I mean, why not? You got the Heisman contender. You should be favored. I don't see why you're not. Yeah, we'll find out. But anything else you want to plug?
Nah, we really hit on everything, man. Whichever one of y'all want to wrap it up.
I will say I am glad I don't have to watch the Saints this weekend.
Thank
God.
God.
Dude, Moo Killer. Hey, last point about the NFL. Sean Payton, man. Three wins in a row after starting 1-5, but 2 impressive.
The connection, boy.
Justin.
No, what he was trying to say, Sean, that is an impressive win. It really was. They're starting to get on a roll. I'd like to see them get in a groove, down the stretch.
Yeah, I got to hit the Sean Payton sometime.
I don't want to see them get on a groove. We own their second-round pick. I hope they lose every single game. I was so mad that Buffalo did what they did. Was it true that DeMar Hamlin was the 12th guy on the field?
Dude, I don't know, but the memes were unreal.
Dude, yeah, the memes are like, yeah, every like pissed off like movie scene, like wanting to go.
Dude, I know.
I know. I was like, I'm just too lazy to fact check it, but yeah, dude, that's so embarrassing. Funny. How, dude, special teams are like the one thing too. Like like you do you play special teams? Yes. Okay, then get your ass out there. Like
I couldn't believe that shit,
dude. I was so pissed. I was like, okay, and then of course Lutz makes the second one. I'm like. But sports have been pretty annoying this year, so I'm just kind of rolling with the punches. So
yeah, All right, Tulane still top of the group of 5. That's it for the 504 podcast. We'll see you guys next week.